Trades, yes, we still have them left. The People Squad using one this week, head to head using one, and my team using two, which leaves us with one each in of the three teams. So, People Squad, our kickoff here was actually bringing in Joshy Curran. We had a fair bit in the bank at 246k, and we decided to move on from Mr. Poor Aaron Booth after his tough season-ending and most of next season-ending injury for Joshy Curran, who was the exact right price that we could get. So leaves us with 0k in the bank and one trade left for an injury or a suspension. So, given the fact that leaves us with one, that'll leave us 3 rounds to go following this one, and either we'll be using that last trade next week or the one after. And I think for our team, given that we've got no real clear 18th man, I think it'd be best to probably use it in round 24, which will be the second to last round. Surely this week is the one that we come out and absolutely dominate. You look at the bench there, strong as anything. Crichton, Latrell, Nat Butcher, Joshy Curran. You can expect about a 50 or more from each of those guys on average, you would say for sure. And then you look at the starting team, and probably our weakest forward would be Tohu Harris, which is actually really, really strong considering he's been averaging in the mid-50s as well. I'm expecting a big bounce back from DCE and hopefully Garrick. That's going to be our biggest one there. If Garrick can come out and do really well, then I think we can have a real dominant game in this one. Warriors should have an okay time against Canterbury Bulldogs. So I think Aiken back in the back row would be very, very decent for him to get somewhere over that 40 mark. And we're going for Nicho Hynes as captain. So I really think that this team is set up well finally this week. If we can try and get back, I think we'd be able to get close to at least under 600, possibly in the top 500, considering everything goes well. So that's the big call here for the People Squad. The one trade, Aaron Booth for Josh Curran. We move to my team. I've made the 2 trades this week, and Jerome Hughes is Gonskis. What we have done is moved down to Jaeman Salmon. Okay, so that leaves us a little bit of extra cash and cushion to move up from Xavier Savage up to Ruben Cotter was the goal. So we're thinking about Isaiah Yeo. If we look at the guys in that 740, it was Harry Grant, Isaiah Yeo, which had 744 is what we had available. So Yeo, Robson, Grant, and then really I think it was Cotter's the next one. I think Cotter's great. It gives us some space in the hooking position. If Cook goes down, I don't have to play Reedy. I could trade him out if I needed to. Really just over Reed, to be honest with you. And you can see he's sitting in emergency 5, so I'm going to try and loop him. I think they play in game 3, so game 3 or 4. So either the third game or the fourth game of the round, Friday night or Saturday 3 p.m. What I'm going to do is try and loop his score, see how it goes. If he gets a 50, then awesome. I can move Kohler out of the way and pop Hosking in that, considering the Broncos play later in the week. So that's the plan with this one. I think I'm going to play Jaeman Salmon tonight and hope for a 40 plus from him. I know Reedy could probably do that. He's averaging 47.4. Really just off him, to be honest with you. So if Reedy performs well, we can take his score. If he doesn't, then we'll go for Kohler, and hopefully he can have a good one against the Titans in this game. So slightly not as excited with my team compared to that of the People Squad, which is completely fair. We have a not as good squad. Team values similar, but the squad just isn't as great. Sitting there with Taumalolo, for example, I would have liked to have moved him on, but just decided with Hughesy that I could at least loop a decent player in this one and have 18, considering that if it was Hughesy just a clear week and not the chance of 2 or 3, I would have thought to hold on to him. But when you look at him, he hasn't been scoring that incredibly well anyway. So him, Taumalolo, McInnes, they should all score similarly, 45 or something like that. And hopefully Taumalolo can have 1 or 2 of those big games that he has a barnstorming run or 2, picks up a try or a try assist and does something fancy and great that he is known for. Adam Elliott, Munster, Hines is captain, Teddy, Latrell, Burton, Manu. He's going to be our clear one this week. Up against the Cowboys, he's going to have to step up if they want to win. So definitely not the most ideal situation here, but we do leave ourselves with 1 trade. Let me know if I'm just being biased in terms of scoring, because I know Reedy's averaging still 47, but he's at the moment needing tries and try assists to get him anywhere near a 50 at the moment. So that's my main worry with him, where Salmon had a nice game in terms of tackles. Did pick up a try, which got him from 40 to 55, but just prefer to watch him rather than watch Reed at the moment. It's really giving me some anxiety, let's be honest. Just Reedy. Other than that, I'm doing really well, guys. Thank you for being concerned. But yes, that's my squad at the moment. We moved to the head-to-head squad and deciding to use the 1 trade. Found this to be important this week. Just gives us a second bite at the cherry with playing Salmon tonight, and then it allows us to loop To'o. And yes, it doesn't give us, if he gets a 50 plus, then we'll loop him with someone, say McInnes. We'll put Offa in there, for example, and go from there. So he's going to play. He's going to play tonight as well. All right, and then we can move Mariner around up into the 3, for example, and take that. So I think I'm going to play Salmon over To'o just because I think he has more of a chance of hitting the lows. I do understand that Salmon's only done it once. He's had a couple of all right scores there, but now that it's his squad with O'Sullivan, I think that he's in a decent place to do so. Obviously got Kohler in there. We need a big score from him. I am going to run the risk this week and captain DCE. I think that he has a great shot of going big, and I do have to win my matchups here in the head-to-head competition. So I think that this one is an important time to take that risk. Up against the Titans, I think he can go closer to 80 plus this week, and potentially a slightly lower game for guys like Murray, Munster, and maybe a 60 for Hines is the goals just for this team only. Obviously want them to go well, but a DCE to go against the captaincies of what the other guys are going to go up against, I think this would be a good idea. And if you are playing him in head-to-head comp, let me know in the comments if you're taking exactly what I'm doing here and using it to try and beat me, because that is completely fair. I'll allow it, and I wish you all the best of luck. But that's where we're at here. I'm going to leave that one trade for potentially head-to-head finals in the next couple of weeks, but we do obviously have to try and make it at this point. But I don't know who else I would look to trade out, given that we've got a pretty solid squad. But that's the team there, 173 overall, and won a few of my first matchups and lost a couple as well. But that is how it goes. That's the head-to-head team, guys. They're the 3 squads. All have 1 trade remaining after this week, so there will still be trades videos. Thank you very much for watching these videos, enjoying them. I hope you do. Like, subscribe, guys, and we'll catch you in the next few videos. See you later.